Yo, what up? What it is, man? It's Santos Garcia from Hustle in Brooklyn, and you're watching Team Focus Radio with So Focus. Check it out.
Yeah! Yeah, you know what it is, Team Focus Radio. I'm your host, So Focus. Right now, we are at Brick House Studios with my man Santos. What's going on, man?
What's up, my brother?
I appreciate it, man. First of all, thanks for having me here, man.
Man, I appreciate you for the platform, man. I
Definitely.
appreciate you taking the time, you and the staff, the people, the team,
Definitely.
just come and talk to us, man. I definitely appreciate that.
Respect. So jump straight into it, man. Where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, man.
Your whole life?
No, actually, from Honduras. I was born in Honduras. I came to the States when I was about 5 years old.
Okay.
Came out here, lived in Harlem for a little bit. Then I moved over to Brooklyn, Brownsville, and I grew up. So a lot of my heritage and a lot of my upbringing was in Brooklyn.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say, how was your experience growing up in Brooklyn?
It was, I look back at it now that I'm an adult, and growing up as a kid, you don't understand why certain things happen the way they do.
Right.
But as you become an adult, you learn to appreciate those struggles, and you'll learn to appreciate the issues that you've been through and the problems,
Right.
because it makes you wiser and helps you understand different circumstances in life. It's not always going to be an easy thing, but when I look back at it now, I appreciate those moments more. You know what I'm saying? I was able to survive through those moments, and those situations, and become who I am now.
Definitely. So you was actually a role manager for Neo,
Yeah.
right? How did it happen?
Actually, me and my brother D King, whose studio we at right now,
Okay.
we actually used to do street team and promotions at Def Jam.
Right.
And I used to always be one of those guys at Def Jam who used to just walk around the building. They had this thing at the office where they wanted kind of you to just to focus on the job that you were supposed to be doing.
Right.
But we broke those rules. We just walked around the building, we walked around the office, and we basically, I used to just go to people's office and just say good morning, how you doing, what's up, just being seen and being noticed.
Right.
So one of my guys actually left the company and came back. His name is Tashawn Gill. Shout out to Sean Gill, one of my mentors. Came back and told me, hey, I'm working on a new artist. Would you like to be a part of it?
Right.
And at this time, this was like when Jay had just became president. Eddie Reed was just coming in, and it was a big deal. They had to produce, and there was a lot of energy, positive energy behind these artists, which was Neo, Rihanna, and Tia Marie.
Definitely.
And they gave me an opportunity to work with Neo. I did the promotions for him, and then from there I just started like being promoted to different positions, where ultimately I became his role manager and travel. So it was an amazing experience, man. Amazing experience.
So you're actually on the show Hustle in Brooklyn right now. So what was the process of getting on the show?
Oh, for me it's about relationships.
Okay.
One of my good friends, Gordon, gave me a call and asked me to be a part of it. And at first I was just like, because reality TV has the stigma of just not being always like professional.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, you're right, Santos. But the thing is that we talk about the issues and the problems all the time, but what about the solution? You could be that person that actually shows that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you might have, other characters on the show that show other things, but you just stand tall on what you believe in.
Right.
And so he gave me the call. I spoke to the producers and actually told me exactly the direction that they wanted to go in, which was kind of parallel to what I wanted to showcase too, as far as black entrepreneurship, young guys doing things, and whatnot. And then and I kind of wanted to, I really wanted to emphasize that. I wanted to also emphasize the idea of trusting the process. I think sometimes we get so frustrated with the process, it ain't always gonna be that easy.
Right.
On social media, people see the easy part,
right?
The nice car, the jewelry, the house, but there's a lot of groundwork that you have to put in before you get there. Right. So I wanted to, be part of that scenery of just showing that groundwork and that process.
So what would you say is like the pros and cons of being on reality TV?
I mean, you can't look at the life as it being any like bad news, like any everything is a proactive thing, like because for one, you definitely get an exposure. And let me just make something clear. In the TV world, nobody forces you to do anything.
Right.
Okay? No one puts a gun to your head and tells you this is what you need to do. Okay? The producers and the directors, they might tell you we want you to have a discussion, but at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. No one forces you to do anything. Now, what happens is that sometimes your character before the show makes you do other things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you like, it's like what do people say? Money only emphasizes, or money only makes you more of who you are.
Correct.
It's the same thing. When them lights hit you, and you really you a dirtbag, or you're a nice guy, or you whatever you are, it's just gonna make it even. You know, people are really gonna be able to see that.
Right.
You know, it's just the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is good. You know,
right.
Everything is good on my end. I'm happy with everything that I said, everything I did, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
So me, I'm a fan of the show. First of all,
appreciate you.
So watching the show, I see you work with an artist right now. So far. So how do you decide which artist you're gonna work with?
Oh man, that's a good question, bro. You know, that's really a really good question. I think it's about passion.
Right.
You know,
mm-hmm.
I want to work with people, individuals that understand that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that passion is very important. Like I said earlier, the process might not always be easy. You know, but if you're passionate and you focus about what you want to do in life, anything will be possible. Sometimes you work with artists that just they all rap.
Right.
And they expect you to do all the work. Like, nah, bro, like that's not what you're gonna do. You're just not gonna come to the studio, smoke a blunt, No, you're gonna have to put in that work. And also, you're gonna put in, it's a partnership.
Right.
And something about Asia on the show is that she's very passionate about her craft. And I respect that. And I respect any artist who's passionate about their craft and willing to go the extra step to do things, not necessarily wait on anybody to do it, because that's easy to do. Because at that point, all you could do is just throw alleys and layups,
Right. After watching the show, which is a good question to ask you is it a good idea to mix business with pleasure?
Is it a good idea to make business with pleasure? I don't know. It depends your preference. I don't, I don't know. I think that music is a conversation.
Right.
And I think sometimes, depending on the conversation, you feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I've been to arenas, 30,000 people in countries that don't even speak English, all singing the same love song.
Right.
That's powerful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like another country, an arena full of thousands of people all singing the same love song. I don't know about y'all, but shit, if I feel some kind of way, I might be like, yo, I'm with a shorty. I'm like, yo, listen to this song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel about you right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if I'm in I feel, I'm pumped up. If I'm in the gym, I'm throwing that 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pumped up right now. Like, that's just the way of, like, the way the music is. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, yeah, to answer your question, music is a conversation. However the conversation goes, it depends.
Yeah. But I want to say how success changed you, but how did it change the people around you?
I've been the same. I like to believe I'm the same.
Okay.
And I like to think that success doesn't necessarily change you as a person. It's just like it enhances who you are.
Right.
Yes, the people around you act differently.
Right.
Because now you're on a different platform.
Right.
And now they want different things from you. But at the end of the day, it enhances your personality, and it makes people around you try to figure out they can get out of the situation. Because everybody's trying to come up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. You should be trying to come up.
Yeah.
So something to actually think about.
Yeah. Well, for me, I just feel like I don't mind working with anybody that's willing to work with me. And going back to what you said, I don't want to work for you.
Right.
Let's do something together and build together.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But let's talk about getting starstruck. You ever been starstruck before?
Hell yeah, I did actually. Yeah, hell yeah.
With who?
Shit. When actually we had a show in LA, I ran to Kobe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, that was the first time I've ever felt some. Matter of fact, I met a couple different people, man. It was funny. I remember being around on the road. I met a couple different people. They had this show in Cali, and Kobe came out. I think Drake was performing, and they what's that song? They be like, yo, I want this shit forever, man. Like, no, that was the LeBron version, but there was a song, I don't know what it was, man. It was like a campaign or something. Okay. Something was happening. And then I saw Kobe backstage. It was at the arena. We was at the arena. It was at Staples Center. And Kobe backstage. I'm like, oh yo, these dudes look like, you know, average height on TV compared to like the Shaqs and whatnot. But I was like, yo, that's Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Kobe fan. I met Prince before. I remember we went to Prince's crib right after the Grammys. He had a little private party, and super short guy. You know what I'm saying? God bless Prince, the GOAT.
Right.
And yeah, I wasn't as starstruck because he was such a nice person.
Right.
He was such a cool individual, man. Like I was like, hey, my name is Santos. And he was like, hey, I'm Prince. And I'm like, well, no shit. Like in my head, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it was an amazing. Oprah too was super nice. Right. You know what I noticed too, man? I wanna say that the most successful people that I've met in my life, bro, are like the nicest people, man. Like the higher in success that I meet people, like the Oprah, Kobe, Magic Johnson. Like I met a lot of huge successful people, man, and like Tyler Perry. Like these people are super nice, bro. Like there's no ego involved. Even I met 50 one time. You know what I'm saying? I was at this restaurant called Catch in the city, and I was like, yo, 50, I'm a big fan. You know, he was because I grew up on 50. You know, me and my boy. Shout out to my boy Will. Shout out to my boy Jamaica. We grew up on 50. You know what I'm saying? And this when 50 came out, we was in high school. We was just like, we was excited. That's the music that got us through the motion. You know, because we felt that way.
Right.
And when I met him, I was like, yo, this is supposed to be some thugged out, getting bulletproof. You know, everything. And it wasn't even like that. You know what I'm saying? It was respect. It was like appreciate you, and that was just what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think we got to get away out the idea too of just being like. I think we got to stop. We got to show appreciation. You know, we got to appreciate the people that are actually, you know, breaking down doors and boundaries and show and tell somebody, yo, I appreciate you. Like what you're doing right now. You know, you took time out your, like you got to really think about it, bro. Like you took time out of your lifetime, to come and sit down and have a conversation with me, and I appreciate you for that. You know, and I'm grateful for that. And I think that sometimes we get that fucked up, you know, we get that messed up. I don't know if we can curse or not. I don't know.
It's good.
But I feel passionate about that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta respect each other. You know, like your team. You know what I'm saying? Your team came out here to help you set up, and you took the time to sit down and have a conversation about me. Like, and I appreciate you for that.
Now, honestly, I'm thankful to you first of all, because some people could just be like, nah, I ain't, you know, I don't nobody know how to just do before, but you took your time for me, so I'm thankful for that. You know. I'm always grateful.
Energy is everything.
Definitely. I want to talk about advice real quick. So there's gonna be people watching this online. Like, what advice would you give somebody that's trying to be in your shoes?
I wouldn't give them no advice. You know, I would just say, trust the process. I think that we get discouraged so much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like through the motions of everything that I've done in my life. Yo, it has not been crystal stairs, bro. It hasn't been perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where we've been in London and we perform. I got artists about to perform at the O2. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is like sold out arenas, and I'm stressed out about, you know, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. You know what I'm saying? And you might ask yourself, why are you stressed out about that? Because it's a certain level of discipline that it takes to be in that type of position, right? So. But once you go through that motion, you understand things at a different level, and you know, and that's what I'm trying to basically say. Trust the process. You know, when situations don't happen the way you want them to happen, it's all good. Go through the motion. Continue to go through the motion. Don't turn your back on the issue and the problem. Go through the motions of what you're dealing with, so that you can experience it, and then later on in life you'll understand how to deal with it, and you'll be able to share that knowledge with other people. I think right now a lot of people are getting real frustrated with the process. They write a record, it don't pop off right away, or a situation like a job ain't necessarily working out the right way, or the train got delayed, or something. It's okay. Just continue with the process. Continue. Be like, okay, that's what happened. What's next? What we can do next to fix the issue? You know, or what can we do to make the situation better? You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I know it's easier said than done.
Trust me, I know.
It's easier said than done because everybody's dealing with their own issues or whatever. But I tell people all the time, just trust the process.
Yeah. I feel like things like that is kind of weird too because people ask me for advice, and I'm like, damn, I'm still in process mode right now. I'm trying to get there myself.
Right.
So people ask me for advice, I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
Like how you get interviews? I hustle.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I grind.
Exactly.
You know, I just drove 3 hours to get here, but I don't mind doing it. I don't drive 3 hours to get mad.
Yeah.
Like I drive 3 hours to get motivated.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my mindset.
Right. See, you trust in the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You taking the initiative and you taking this into your own hands.
Correct.
You're not waiting on nobody to sit back and tell you anything different. And that's what it takes. You know, that's what it, if you do that consistently,
right.
And I'm talking about day in and day out, yo, bro, you're gonna have a hit show, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not that you got a show now, shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure one day you would think about that, like, yo, I can do that, you know, and you do that consistently, people are gonna naturally gravitate to you because they're gonna get that brother doing what he got to do. Yeah. How did you get that interview? How did you get that exclusive? How did you get the opportunity to go meet with them brothers at their studio? You know what I'm saying? It's because you took the initiative, and that's what I'm talking about. Trusting the process is very important.
I think, like, for me, and I know I'm going off the radar.
No, quick, talk about it.
Like, because I'm not originally from Connecticut, but I lived there since high school. But the more I do, because I always go to New York because I feel like this is where it's at.
Yeah.
And I see people in Connecticut kind of change a little bit and how they act towards me. So now people that I don't talk to want to talk to me now. They want to come with me. And sometimes people want to, come along. Like somebody wants to come with me today. But I have this thing where I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. So I let you see it on social media first. Yeah. But it is tough, like coming from Connecticut here, because you see people change slowly but surely. Yeah. And the expectations become higher, and they feel like I got it like that. Like, for example, I went to actually the beginning of my career, which is crazy. I spoke to Roc. Okay. And he had me come straight to roc-nation. Brand new dude. I just started doing college radio, and when I went there, forget about it. Yeah. People's like, how you get to who you know? I'm like, I'm just hustling. Yeah, I'm just putting in work. I'm just grinding. But it's hard when you see people around you start to change. I'm not gonna lie, for me. And usually if it's a stranger, I don't care. But when it's like my homie, my dog, it gets tough, man.
I mean, I tell you, it's two things, man. It's either people trying to figure it out, or it's people being intimidated. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, being intimidated and figuring out, I can say that, but the other thing is just people being happy for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, I don't want to cut you off. Like, for example, and I'll say this to him to his face or whatever, but I had a cousin hit me up. I ain't talked to him in like 5-6 years. And said, yo, man, so you doing your thing. Yo, you know so-and-so, I'm trying to promote music. Usually I wouldn't care, but you ain't talked to me in 5 years. It's like, how do I react to that? Without I'm not saying aggressively, but it's hard not to be like, man, F you, man. You're trying to violate me now, like, especially when I put in my own groundwork, pay my own gas, pay my own tolls, pay my own cameraman, pay for all that by myself. So when people do that, it's hard not to feel some kind of way towards people.
No, 100%. And I'm glad you brought that situation up, because I want you to feel me on this, right? Right. As young minorities, we're suppressed, right? Follow me. We're suppressed. We're all constantly under pressure because we got a lot of things against us. Right. So when we do accomplish certain things in life, we're proud, but we're very protective of them. Right. Whatever it is. I think that what we should do, and this might be a little bit difficult to understand, or it might not be understandable for the people, is that let's not get into the idea, because it happens to me too, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I want to change that idea. Let's not get into the idea of just being so overprotective, where we're just like not trying to give people opportunity, because like I said earlier, we only here for this amount of time, brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for that long, so we want to be able to, like, you might feel some kind, in your heart you be like, yo, I ain't speak to you and like there's all this time, but you know what? Understand that we only here for this amount of time. You throw in the alley, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whether you get the ball back to shoot another shot, or whether you don't get the ball back, right? You throw the alley. You know what I'm saying? And let God work through you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if we keep holding on to certain opportunities and certain things, we might not get the next blessing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, I know we've been through issues. You know what I'm saying?
It's 5 o'clock.
Like, we've been through issues. You know what I'm saying? We've been through problems and stuff like that, and we constantly dealing with struggle with the police, family. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we got family members telling us, "Oh, what you doing? Where you going? Da 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 da." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then we gotta walk out of here. We got people looking at us something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at him. you know, because he got a hoodie on, you know, and that's all that is negative energy constantly coming in our direction. So what are we gonna do about that? So what happens is that we become close, we become territorial, we become like not hateful, but in a way we become beast mode. Let's change the narrative. Let's start to take that energy, and the way we release that energy is by taking the opportunities that we have and just kind of just giving them back out, that positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, like I was saying earlier, when you start hanging around people that are at a different level of success, yo, they have an abundance of great energy that they give about. You know what I'm saying? They got shows where they giving out cars. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like giving out crazy deals. Like look at what Tyler Perry just did for that gentleman that was working at the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? He gave him a position. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Neo, singer-songwriter. He's a amazing writer. He didn't just say, nah, these are my records. You know, he wrote, you know, and he wrote for some of your favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Like he wrote for Ghostface, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Hits for people all over the world, and that's the energy that I want to continue to push forward. Cause we already under pressure, bro. You know what I'm saying? The world's already against us. So let's take that all that energy that that's against us, and let's use it to propel us forward. You know what I'm talking about when I say us, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, so where do you see yourself in 5 years, man?
I just want to continue moving the culture forward. You know what I'm saying? I want to continue making it cool to own our businesses. Growing up, I think having Jordans and the latest, apparel was the fly thing. But now I want people to understand that, when you get out of high school, you know what the fly thing is? If you have an LLC, that's the fly thing. You know what I'm saying? Is your company incorporated? Do you have a bank card with your company? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you have a whatever it is, do you have a team focus hat? A soul focus hat, a team focus t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna level up after a year and make some focus watches? Like, what are you about to do? Are you gonna have team focus meetings? Like that's like how I be thinking. Like, I just want to continue to move the culture forward 5 years from now. So when 5 years from now, I want to come over to your center, somewhere, and be like, yo, this is my brother I know 5 years from now, 5 years ago, and I want to be able to come through and we talk and have focus meetings.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
That's how I see myself 5 years from now.
Respect, man. So how can viewers out there get in contact with you on social media?
Yeah, definitely my Instagram is Toast Money, TOS Money. I'm always looking to partner. I'm always looking to build new relationships. Reach out to me. If you got a good business strategy, I'll look into it, and then we can move forward on that.
Respect. Michelle at So Focus Life, by the way, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your platform. Thank you for your peoples for coming down. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
And there it is, Brickhouse Studios, T-Focus Trader. We out of here. Let's get it. Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Originally, I was like, who is that? What are they doing? Whatever. And then I went on and saw some of your work, and I liked it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
If you don't show that you're hungry, nobody's gonna give you an opportunity.
Just do what you're doing and be good at what you do. And if it's that great, the greats will notice you.
It's all about team focus. I'm with my G, So Focused.
You locked in with Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio.
Team Focus Radio with my boy, So Focused.
We're so focused.
With my boy, So Focused. Get focused, y'all.
SoFocusedMedia.com